If you're familiar with Breath of the Wild and its DLC, you may know that this is a Master Cycle Zero right here. It's a motorbike that runs on any type of fuel you give it. Wood, star fragments, even dragon talons. But if you look closely, you'll see a fuel gauge icon. Have you ever wondered how far can the bike go on a full tank of one of those? That's what we'll be figuring out today. Welcome back to another video. As you previously saw, we're going to be answering the question of how far this bike can go on a full tank. To do this, we'll need the only measure of distance in the game, that is the Birdman Research Study, which, if you don't know, it's basically if you fly in the air, he'll give you a distance, and if you do good, you get a reward, and if you do bad, you don't. First, we'll need to take some measurements. We'll be working with geometry and triangles in order to figure out the distance on the flat ground that the motorbike needs to travel. Now, since the measurements have been taken, we have to get to the math stuff, which I'm going to kind of gloss over because it's not really that interesting. First, we draw the auxiliary line, figure out that that is 38, and then we use the reverse of sine of 38 over 75 to figure out those angles. The 60 degree is the most important. It's in our new triangle to figure out that bottom length. Then we'll use the law of cosines, 320 as B, 30 as C, and the cosine of angle A as 60 degrees. Then we can figure out a squared. We do the square root of a squared, and then we figure out that is 306.1. Now the next step is to actually take the bike. And we'll take the bike down the path, and then when we get to the end, we'll turn around. We'll go back and forth, however many times it is, of 306 meters, until it drops to a 3/4 of a tank, which then we can use math to figure out the rest of it. Spoiler alert, it only made it down and back 6 times, which means that 1/4 of a tank represents 1,836.5 meters, and a full tank on this motorbike represents 7,346.5 meters. If anybody feels like I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments.